speaking about that couple, about George and his girlfriend, saying that they have shared, that one of their shared interests is poor people, they meant that they have a lot of students among their friends. Yeah, just so you know. It's an anti-Valentine show. Just, well, I want to remind you that Valentine was a saint who died a horrible death. He was decapitated in the 3rd century, so that you now can get laid on this day in 2020. Yeah, just so you know. Well, in love, the first impression is very, very important. A friend of mine told me about this guy in a nightclub who, like, instead of coming up to her and talking to her, he just stood aside and blew at her. Like, literally, he did this to draw her attention. And yeah, needless to say, she wasn't blown away by this. And yeah, he wasn't blown either. Like, love makes you courageous. It pushes you beyond your limits and out of your comfort zone. So it's basically like alcohol. But if you have both, then you're twice as reckless. A friend of mine was dating a girl a couple of years ago, and once he was really drunk, and well, she said to him that her mom's phone had broken the day before, and well, he had got his salary this day earlier that day. That's why he was drunk. And the next words from him were something like, "Get up, get dressed. We're buying your mom a new phone." And he regretted it afterwards, and I asked him if he had learned something from this, and he said, "Yeah, you should date an orphan." Yeah. Anyways, I've read an article. On the internet. The headline was something like, "Men died after being infected by Negliria, a single-celled organism, also known as a brain-eating amoeba." And what I thought is that it pretty much describes most marriages. Because you can just replace was infected by a brain-eating amoeba by got engaged. It works both ways, no sexism. So just be kind to a partner. Yeah, a guy died, it's no joke. Yeah, you see, earlier people got married to have sex, because sex was something disgraceful and shameful out of marital bonds. And now people, if people want to have sex, to keep having sex, they don't get married. It's vice versa now. I know it's been changing. Like, you know that archetypal story about the prince who goes to fight the dragon and rescues the princess and marries to her, and they live happily ever after. It's different these days because Prince is aware of like gender equality ideas and this live for yourself stuff, and he doesn't really want any responsibilities. Like he doesn't feel like going face the dragon, and why should only the princess be cherished? He deserves this. He deserves this too, right? Like, he's a fragile flower, the most beautiful one in his mom's garden. And the princess, she has no other choice than to stay with the dragon. Like, it's not that bad. Well, he is rude and brutal and emotionally unavailable, but at least he's not vegan. No, there is something attractive in this for women. I mean, you find a monster and then you tame him. There are a lot of stories about this, like, I don't know, Beauty and the Beast, Tarzan, even the Twilight. God forgive me. You know, don't ask me how I know this, but statistics on porn on the internet says that men prefer videos because we're primitive, we don't really possess developed fantasy, and women prefer stories, and top male characters in those stories are vampires, werewolves, young handsome billionaires. Yeah, they're somewhat like fictional characters as well. And pirates. Really? Pirates. Ladies, just so you know, pirates do not look like Johnny Depp. They often lack, I don't know, half of their teeth and have a wooden leg. And as for modern pirates, they're more advanced. They have a Kalashnikov and probably AIDS. So good luck with that. Yeah. So there is the Jura Bibliothek, like the law student library of University of Osnabrück across the road. And on the second floor there is a toilet, and there is an inscription on the wall there. There are actually several of them. One says that all law students are faggots. Just so you know. Yeah, but what actually drew my attention was the inscription. It says, Magda M. lost her virginity here on the 27th of May, 1997. And what I immediately thought was that her offspring might be studying here right now. It's like, yeah, imagine their family trips to memorable places. Like here we met, here we first kissed each other, here you were conceived. Oh, someone didn't flush. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you like it when people show their feeling in public places by devouring each other's faces? Do you like it? No, not really. I mean, kissing. Yeah. Well, I was in a restaurant once, and there was a couple deeply engaged in this process, and there was a waiter waiting for them to finish and to make an order. And after they finished, he said, "Oh, so cute. Are you siblings?" Yeah. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was lying in bed with my girlfriend. It's hard to believe I have a girlfriend. Yeah, and so we were lying in bed naked. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. She's just so hot. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, I accidentally leaned on her with my elbow, and like this, and she screamed with pain, and I got worried, like what happened? And she calmed me down, saying, "Well, it's just your elbow. It's so sharp and hard, but don't worry. Like the rest of you is really soft." Yeah, women also always know what to say. Yeah. I'm about to finish. You remember Harry Potter story? In the third part, there was a time turner, like the thing to get into the past. And once in a conversation, I forgot its name, and well, I called it Dumbledore's clock, and it sounded like the clock ticking down to the moment when Dumbledore cannot cast Patronus anymore. And yeah, the moment we all await with fear. Anyways, you know that Expecto Patronum translates as I'm expecting a guardian or protection, but just remember that unlike Dumbledore, we are no wizards. We don't possess a time turner. So don't wait for protection. Just get it. Yeah, I mean, use condoms. It's 2020 for God's sake. Thank you.